God is good, and with each day that passes brings us a day closer to the launch of Pantheon Rise of the Fallen.
And we can feel that phrase being very true today, as we got the June 2022 Pantheon Rise of the Fallen newsletter, and it's got some really exciting news in it. Exactly what I was hoping we would hear for early summer, and that's news on the network, which has been what has been holding back much of the content needed to be developed and added to Pantheon in order to get us to alpha and back in testing for the final pre-alphas leading up to that glorious alpha date. Let's dig in and make sure to stay until the end of the video because it's action-packed all the way through.
ViNL is their network solution, and it will be completed and finalized next week,
which means that they will fulfill their second large engineering milestone, the first being the conversion to Unity's HD rendering pipeline, and now, next week, the network will be integrated into the game. This is massive news for Pantheon fans, because now all those features and functions will be possible to be implemented, such as the seamless zone experience, giving Pantheon Rise of the Fallen that open world feel that is going to really make it next level. Also, the NPC behaviors and pathfinding, localized weather, the pet systems, and so much more. Basically everything, as they are no longer limited by the networking and how much many things can happen at once, and performance while playing, of course.
Work has immediately moved into Thronefest,
as this seems to be where the focus will be for Alpha in Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. And with their expanded art team now, they are fleshing out the visual development of Thronefest. As many of you know, Thronefest is the home to the humans, and although the team has recently been pouring a ton of love into Wild's End and Sorhiranth, they are focusing the resources at Thronefest now and the surrounding areas to get them completely ready to go. They mentioned big improvements to the human village architecture in order to produce a wide variety of human settlements, and apparently they already have the modular kit for that ready to go, so the work will be fast.
And also they talk about that they have completed the update on the human male model,
making improvements to proportions, textures, and topography. But it's not just about humans. Visionary Realms, the developers of Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, are also working on finalizing the workflow that will go into the remaining player races and prepping all of them for armor fitting, animation rigging, and more.
Now, what does all this mean for future testing in Pantheon for VIPs and for people awaiting alpha?
Well, they did announce that they will be bringing players in to test all the updates and see the world and all the changes this summer. And all VIPs should be looking at their email box over the next couple of weeks for more information. This makes me feel like we will be back in the game probably early to mid-July, and I really hope that after the initial VIP test, they allow some of us content creators in for something to share to the community. More information on that soon, as I plan to start poking at Visionary Realms to see if I can get an apple or two to fall from the tree, as I know many of you would truly enjoy that. It's awesome being a VIP, of course, and getting to test Pantheon behind the curtains, which I'm only allowed to even say that I can do that because I've gotten to show you gameplay before, but those are the moments that I really treasure, the ones that I get to share with all of you. Now, we're going to look at the progress and what is left to get to Alpha, but before we do that,
let's take a moment to thank the sponsors of this video and this channel.
Real quick, before we continue on with the video, I want to give a thank you to the members of Napalm. This channel is completely community sponsored, and these are the brave heroes who have stepped forth to strap on their gear and sharpen their blades, and are casting the spells of awesome by becoming members of the channel. With exclusive perks, sneak peeks, and more, thank you for your support. And I think you are interested in supporting the channel. Click join down below for a list of options and add your name to the list of knights and mages on the Council of Napalm. And I want to give a very special thank you to the Lords of Napalm, Bounty Code, Jared Woodhouse, Daimlos, Farthest Reach, Not Sid, Sparrow, Carsonik, and Christopher Hensel. Thank you for your highest tier membership. Now on to the video. Looking at this data gives us a very good insight on how close to alpha we are getting for Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. So let's first talk about how many items are on the list to be completed before they can move into the alpha phase for Pantheon. There are 24. There are 24 items on the list. Now out of 24, only 3 are marked as completed, and that would be NPC combat awareness, asset, and terrain streaming, and the the HDRP conversion. But ones that are updated with recent work, there are 8, and still on the to-do list, which keep in mind most of these are dependent on the network, which will be finished next week. There are 9, and an additional 3 in the in-progress state.
This really is good news.
With much of the updated nearing completion, leaving 12 still needing a decent amount of work. It's fair to say that things are moving forward at a faster pace, and since the HDRP conversion, and now, honestly, the largest hurdle, the network almost ready to roll, next week, progress will get even faster. Not to mention the extra staff they have been able to pick up due to your pledges and support.
Looking at this list and where they are at developmentally,
I'm feeling the word Eminence is going to make a lot of sense soon, here in 2022, and I really do believe they're going to make it for alpha before the end of the year.
reaching alpha isn't just about getting more people in to try and test out Pantheon to further development.
It's a time that they are speaking about releasing content creators to stream the experience, and it's a time that marketing will really kick in for Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, and many who have lost interest during the long development cycle that is indie MMORPGs, or people who have only heard of Pantheon in slight or possibly never before, are about to have their eyes peeled open. Also, the naysayers and doom speakers will have to reverse course, if they have common sense anyway, so that some of them, there will always be that crowd even after launch claiming the game is dead just because it doesn't top over whatever millions of subs they think it takes to be good. I mean, these people say WoW is dead. I'm here to tell you it is absolutely not. But in any case, this is great news and a definite time to be hyped for those awaiting the final pre-alpha phases to get them to alpha, or those who have been ever so patiently awaiting alpha itself.
Now let me know what you think in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed the update, love Pantheon or old school MMO RPGs or RPGs in general, consider subscribing, because that's what we do here. And hit that like button to help me go to battle with the YouTube algorithm. And until next time, my friends, God bless and happy gaming.